see there's a sheep looking out this window at me.
Hello, hello! And welcome to the show.
Hello! Where you at? Where you is?
Psycho Yoda and Rain here with another episode of Man vs. Woman. Play Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. And I was just munching on some watermelons.
Nom nom nom.
Which means that I finished something. If you take a look right over there, you see the little watermelon tiki bar.
Does it have, like, the good kind of grown-up watermelons?
The good kind of grown-up watermelons.
Like the ones you fill with vodka?
Sure.
Oh, good. I'll have some.
Kids, don't drink. You can also see that we've been doing some other things here as well, and we'll be getting to that very shortly. But I wanted to go ahead and show off how this looks. It is completed. It still rains down watermelon if you hit the switch, and it's good to go. And there you go. So it doesn't yield a lot, but you know, it being what it is, you don't need a lot. Yet another farm, though, that's taken care of and out of the way. This project up here, this rooftop gardens, I think I tried to put too much in there. I don't know if I talked about it yet or not, but I took the vines out of there, so we either need to make a place for vines or we can just go harvest them off the trees.
We do have a lot of them.
Oh, and look at that. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. And basically, you got the upstairs is the master bedroom. Got some chests, a little balcony back here. She's hanging out on the roof. I'll go ahead and let her. And downstairs, you know, just some standard table stuff. More chests over here. Did some good lighting in here. Got a back porch area overlooking the water. And then outside we got our typical lighting under the bushes.
On top of, in front of.
But the real importance is what it looks like, because let's face it, we'll probably never go in the thing. It's got a little bit of a modern feel to it. I didn't want to go too far away from what the apartments looked like, because I wanted stuff in the area to be kind of a similar age, I guess you could say. But I really like the way this angle looks here. Got some cool treatment, and then you got this little, I don't even know what that's called. Usually they have like grapes and stuff on them.
Grapes?
Grapes.
Grapes. Oh, like a arbor?
Sure.
Okay.
And then some bushes in there, and there you go.
And a great hiding place.
I think it turned out pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, as you saw, we used some of the wool there in the inside, make a different floor color, little extra touch that, again, probably will never be seen. Honey, why don't you come over this way and let us take a gander at your place, sir?
Alrighty.
I can tell you, being on when she had worked on this, you should have seen the first color combo. It was...
Shut up. I liked it.
It was something. So what's the inspiration for this dwelling?
So, the inspiration for this dwelling is a tiny little, what we always called the beach cabin that my grandparents owned when I was a kid. Just a tiny little cabin down by the ocean that we used to go to. It was not blue, it was red, but red looked way too bright. And so I just tried to kind of mimic the floor plan on that and just make a tiny little house that you might find in a small town.
And I call it like the bunker house or the bomb shelter house, because if you look at the back here, it kind of slopes down into the ground type of thing. Mm-hmm. It's kind of an interesting concept, but I think it turned out pretty cool, and I really like the layout on the inside. Go ahead, babe.
And here we just got chest and a lovely serene painting.
Yeah,
as
you
you
and
would
your
find
paintings.
the beach cabin. Chair. Cauldron for brewing witch potions, I guess. I don't know. And you come down a step, and you've got one small bedroom on either side.
And this is actually something that is part of the said beach cabin. I had been there a few times myself, and I can tell you the idea is sound. But we're going to create more of this stuff, and I'm going to go ahead and gather some resources and a wife. I don't know. Are you planning on working on houses as well, hon?
I can. I have to tell you, the more I build and then I look at what you built, the more embarrassed I feel about my building skills.
But how are you going to get better if you don't practice?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So, you know how every housing development has that one house that's kind of the turd house?
Yeah.
It's always one house in every development that is just ugly.
That's true. Sure seems like that way. That way, anyway. Bleh. Words. Can't use them.
I think that I'm going to make a turd house.
Work real hard at it.
This is going to be the color combo right there. We got your regular stone, smooth stone. We got your nether brick. And then we got your brown wool.
Alrighty.
Colors go good together.
They do.
It's still ugly, but they go good together. So that's, I think, what we're going to do there. But while I'm working on that house, as the sun goes down, because I'm brilliant with the timing, I wanted to talk about a few things. Seems like these things just kept on getting overlooked. I go back and look at an episode and go, wait a second, I was going to get to something, and then something else happened. You know, a tree, a chicken, what have you. Babe, are you able to get to a place where you could go 99?
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the things that I wanted to bring up, this was after we went to go see a movie. One of the previews was for a Lego movie.
Yeah.
What is it called? The Lego Movie?
I think it's called The Lego Movie, yeah.
And I tell you what, it looked brilliant. I haven't done a lot of, in-depth research on it or anything. I don't know if there are any big names doing voices in it or anything like that. But the idea of actually having an animated Lego movie, and the way they did it, it looked exactly like you were looking at one of these YouTube movies that people make. It was definitely computer done. It wasn't done with actual Legos, but the styling of it was on par. It was on point. Mm-hmm. I'm just hoping that they aren't doing this to capitalize on that phenomenon. First of all, it's just a little too late for that. I mean, life has moved on since the whole Lego movie thing was in the media limelight. But secondly, come on now. People who build with Legos, me being one of those guys, can tell you flat out, we know that they're making money. I mean, it's not hard to figure out. The Legos are ridiculously expensive, so if they think that they need to, go even further with it, come on now. The other part of that is being how many of the Lego games do we have for the DS, sweetheart?
Oh, let's think. Both Harry Potter, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean, 5 off the Indiana Jones, 6. Yeah, we have at least 6.
So
Ninjago, 7.
They've done a good job at branching out, and they've done it well, in my opinion. I mean, the games turned out well, so I'm just kind of hoping that the movie does. The cartoon series stuff I'm not personally into. My son talks about some of the stuff all the time, the Ninjago stuff, but he's never seen it because we don't have television.
Right, but
so
boy, the kids at school sure tell him all about it, apparently.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I'm very much looking forward to see how that turns out. Another thing that kept on getting slipped by, that is in the wrong spot, is something that was brought up a while ago on Twitter. We finally started watching the 7th season of Doctor Who.
We did.
And the way it's split up on Amazon Prime, at least, is basically it's the first half of season 7 has been released. The second half has not. And I know that there's stuff out there. Please, no spoilers.
Yeah.
We will be watching that stuff, so you don't need to tell us what's going to be happening. It's just a bit odd to me that they split it up that way. It was why not just release the whole thing? The whole thing's been televised. I talked to my dad about it because he also is a huge Who fan. He's been a Who fan since the olden days of Doctor Who. So
that's because your dad's old.
Well, yeah. And he loves sci-fi of all kinds, even the bad, crappy sci-fi. But that's not the part that got me the most. I can handle waiting. I'm very much used to waiting to watch certain things. What really got me, and I'm still just like, huh? Was the way that the series played out, the season played out. All these seasons have had kind of a basic storyline.
Yeah, an overarching theme for this season. Like, you know, the one with the silence and the bad wolf. You know, all the newer seasons have all had one thread, at least, that goes all the way through.
And this one, nothing. I mean, it doesn't even... It makes no sense to me whatsoever. I'm completely at a loss as to what is actually supposed to be happening. And, yeah, I don't know if they were doing some writer changing or what. Now, it's not to say that some of the stories weren't good, and like some of the things that happened were awesome. John Crichton showing up in the Western one was pretty kick butt, but that story in particular, it was kind of weak. I mean, I've seen all of them. I can tell you right now, they got a lot going for them, but why? What happened? What changed? Why did this go to the step that it did? It just doesn't gel well with me. I don't understand.
Well, don't ask me to explain it to you. 'Cause I don't know. Oh, that's not good.
What'd you do?
I made way too many half slabs.
Oops.
Oh well.
How many half slabs? Too many half slabs?
Possibly a stack and a half. I'm not sure. You know.
Uh-oh.
Could be any number.
So as I'm close to finishing up this house here, I am reminded that somebody has asked, once I go to the PC version, am I going to continue to make house tutorials? Am I going to continue to make tutorials? Yes, I will continue to make tutorials. In fact, I will probably continue to make them on the Xbox version for a while. The Xbox version is coming out with an update here very shortly that's going to have basically the features that I'm lacking as far as building is concerned. And my tutorial creative world, I'm currently making a cityscape kind of thing. It's a group of islands that I've been working on. There's other things on there. The mushroom house tutorial is on that map as well. But it's just something that is actually really easy layback thing type of deal to do on the Xbox version. That's one of the things about consoles that PCs will just never have. You can't sit there on the couch and just chill, relax, you know, and enjoy. It's always more of a tense thing. You're sitting in a computer chair. Well, I can't put doors on here. There's no way to put a door on there. All right.
Doorless houses aren't going to work out real well.
No, they'll just be rooms. They don't need doors. So that's something that it will continue. Don't worry about that. It's gonna keep rolling. We are going to complete it. It's gonna happen. All right. I think I got this figured out. I think it's gonna look spectacular. Vernacular.
Vernacular?
Patacular.
To use the vernacular? Okay.
I didn't say vernacular.
Sounded like vernacular.
No, I made up words.
Oh,
That's
okay.
much better.
How dare you try and use words that are real? No way, man. Not gonna happen.
That is just no bueno. Alright, so you got this upstairs area. It's got a balcony. We have all the way across here the symmetry. We're going for still kind of a modern feel with this one. You got the poop brown carpet. And then this area will be chesses. There's not really any setup in here. I suppose these could be kind of bedrooms, but obviously they don't have doors. And then we got this funky staircase that goes up. I would really like the looks of that. Kind of wish that I would have made this deeper, just so you could actually sit back and see that. It's just got a really cool optical illusion thing. Really makes it look deep. That's a depth, man. That's a depth. And they got these front area here, really shallow areas, but these windows that jet out. And if you look outside, it looks fantastical from the front. I really like the hanging, speaking of testicles, light there. And
wow.
I didn't mean, it just happened. And then we got the typical lighting outside. Just kind of use some bushes with some pumpkins underneath, jack-o'-lanterns, I guess. Hidden lights add a little bit more depth and interest to the otherwise flat walls. And then taking that aside, I did have some nether brick kind of dividing it into two windows. It was way too much brick there, so I went ahead and took out that, and it looks a lot better. It's got some nice roof lines and stuff. Looks fairly pleasing from every side of the house, and that's kind of what you're always going for, is to get something that looks good from any angle. If you are going to make something that doesn't look good from one side, you cover it. Case in point would be the back of this building right here. It's just covered in trees. So if you do make something ugly, plant trees. You see that? You see that bed right behind you?
Yeah.
Don't sleep in it.
Okay, I won't.
Because if you sleep in it, you're gonna get stuck in a wall. And then you could possibly die.
Okay. Now, was I right about the headphones?
No. So this is one of the houses that I built. I said something about 2 houses to 1. Well, I may have went a little bit over that. So the idea for this one was kind of a hobbity hole, but not a hobbit hole. So it's
you
kind
can't
of
make round doors in Minecraft.
well, there is. Go check it out. Links are in Azuma's page. There's people making Middle Earth, but I wanted to make something that was kind of like old time hermit type of thing, sitting in the ground. So this is what I come up with. I was thinking about possibly putting some extra veggies and stuff in there. It comes off of the main road at the corner here, and it's very much incognito.
Yeah, you could just run right by it and not even notice it's there.
Right? And then I got these really cool window things going on here where you use the gates for the windows. You can also use, like, the front windows have the fences for the windows. I'm thinking of possibly getting rid of these upper ones and making the windows smaller. Instead of 2 high, make them just 1 high.
That might look better. I'm just looking at how much you can see in. That doesn't seem very hermit-like.
So, that's the Hermit Hole.
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely work on it, since it was my... Well, this isn't my extra house, but I had another idea, which is why this one got done so rushed. But we'll get to that after we check out Rain's digs. This is Rain's house.
With the water feature and everything.
Yeah, this concept is pretty brilliant here, this little front thing. I don't quite understand the overall reason for this, but sorry about that. I had something in my throat there, which is perfect because apparently Rain had missed something. But anyway,
I had to fix it.
Here, I'll get rid of the evidence. There you go. I like the running water concept, and I've never thought about it in the sense that the half slabs can make it so it still lines up with the water edge. All the building I've done and all the building I've seen, I've never seen this before. Like, I've seen half slabs up against water and the water poking over the top, but right here where it actually matches up and is correct, never seen it before.
Because I'm brilliant.
Yep.
No, I just wanted it to be running water because I like the sound, and in real life, I would like a little running stream, would be cool to have by your house.
Hey, man. Yeah, I think it's awesome. Looks like the back could use another tree or something.
Yeah, I gotta do something with this. Maybe some vines.
There's
I
a
don't
big
know.
wall here. You know what I said earlier about, hiding that thing.
Yeah.
And then we got the front entrance here, and looks like she got a chimney going on. Got a stone cap on that. Is that something to... Is there a significance to that?
No, I just wanted to look that way.
Oh, okay. So what you got going on in here?
Well, I wanted to have a real fire, but then I realized I'd burn the whole house down, so we have a pumpkin fire.
Yeah, that would not have been good for sure.
Yeah. And I instead of paintings, I framed some flowers up here.
Oh,
For decoration.
you were able to go without paintings, aren't you? Such a good girl.
Only down here. But
okay.
we have a couch with a nice little bookshelf and reading lamp.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, just reading
Now,
lamp, bookshelf.
Is this where the step going up here? This also seconds as a chair. Can you pull it forward up to this table here?
Sure, why not?
I mean, that's what
No,
it looks
this is
like
for
to
where
me.
the long-legged freaks have to sit. The ones that need more legroom.
Oh, you were thinking of me.
Yes, I always am, sweetheart.
Yeah. All right. What do you got upstairs here?
Upstairs is the loft bedroom with another bookshelf and reading lamp. And don't look behind you if you don't want to see a painting.
Yep. Beautiful green carpet here.
Yeah.
Don't look behind me. Oh, directly behind me.
Yeah.
Let me jump on the bed here. Holy, big painting. Is this like the Cindy Crawford
Yeah, that's like
poster or
their
something?
poster.
The other thing was I saw a color combo that looked really, really good, and so I just had to do it. Ta-da! This is another...
Woo!
Oh!
You just blew up my house.
One block. Fill in the divots. This is actually not too bad considering we were right next to a wool house. It could have taken out the whole freaking thing.
Oh man,
That was a creeper. He done creeped up on us. Woo-wee. Was there another light source here or just one?
I think just the one.
Okay, another thing to keep in mind, honey. Glowstone a lot harder to come by than the old
Yeah,
glowing pumpkins.
I didn't use any more after.
Okay.
That.
But anyway, this house over here was all inspired by the color design, the color combination. I saw those. It was in the wool, taking wool blocks and putting them next to other ones, trying to figure out what looked good. And I saw that, and I was like, "Holy cow, dude!" I mean, it looks like candy, the two colors together. But
it's the cotton candy house.
I couldn't figure out what to use for borders on it, and you always want to go darker. There's not anything that went darker that looked good, so I went with the half slabs. This is another reason right here why the PC version would have been badass, because I tell you what, if this right here was the white blocks, what are they called? Quartz. That would look so freaking good, wouldn't that?
It would. Not to mention you could have used upside down half slabs on places where you
Yes.
wanted to.
Yes, we'll get to a perfect example of that right here. Inside, there's no furniture in here or anything, but see how I had to double up on these half slabs here to make the stairs? The idea is to get rid of those ones that are extra, so you can see through them type of thing, just like they're floating stairs. I couldn't do that because you can't go in there. Don't go in there.
Okay.
You get stuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you can't open the door anyway.
Yeah, it's a fake door to nowhere. It actually has a balcony up there, but because of the way that I designed it, it's not functional. I went through it after I put a button on it, and I got stuck out there.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So that is the houses we built, but as I said last time, I wanted to briefly talk about why we would be going away from this area. The next project is something very big, but I knew it was going to be necessary at some point. I knew it was coming. We've talked about it, I think, before on here. A subway.
And not like a $5 foot long, right?
Oh, baby. I give you a foot long anytime. Oh. So, basically, what we want to do is set up a subway system where you have one way down in here with a little underground thing to select which subway to get onto, and connect them to the starting village over there and the breeder village over there. I don't know where we're going to place the downward. It would make sense to make it closer to the bridge, kind of in the center, wouldn't it?
I think it would make sense to have it kind of over that city center area. Maybe off of one of the intersections over here.
So we're going to work on basically starting tunneling. What this means for you guys is a lot of gray blocks, but will be heavily edited. But what that also means is we don't have to think too hard while we're doing it. So plan on us grabbing our favorite late night drink and going to town. We're going to start out figuring out where we want to lay out the underground like ticket booths and stuff, and then we're going to go down to diamond level, because if I'm going to dig that much of a tunnel, I'm going to get something out of it.
Absolutely.
That wasn't my dog, was it?
No, it was a stray. It was going to kill our sheep.
You killed Wolfie! I'm telling Kurt!
Well, he would have killed sheepses. Not to mention he lowers your breeding count on the pigs and cows and stuff. Yeah, huh?
Always looking out.
Yeah.
Don't forget that like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and I will see you next time.
Bye-bye.